Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anywhere Operations, an operational mindset to remain uninterrupted and become unstoppable. A presentation brought to you by Freshworks in collaboration with PagerDuty. I am Nirmal Krishnamurthy, a former management consultant turned product marketer here at Freshworks. And if you are hearing about Freshworks for the first time, Freshworks makes it fast and easy for businesses to delight their customers and employees. Our purpose is to empower people who power their businesses. With over 50,000 customers who trust us day in and day out, we have been recognized in leading analyst and industry publications. What this really means is that we are at a size that can serve customers regardless of scale, wherever they are across the globe. And today, we will speak about a few things. Over the next 15 or 20 minutes or so, I would like you to walk away with 1, reasons to elevate service and operations strategy. Number 2, how can we develop an operational mindset? Number 3, what does it take to implement AI ops? And number 4 is what does right-sized AI ops mean? With that, let's quickly jump in to the reasons that we need to elevate your service and operations management strategy. 1 is to address today's IT challenges, and number 2 is to meet the needs of the future. Let's take a look at addressing today's IT challenges. There are 4 key challenges that we have today. 1 is our data and tools have become too siloed and fragmented. In doing so, these tools produce critical alerts for the same event, thus creating this alert fatigue. Number 2 is with the addition of cloud-native solutions and a combination of siloed IT processes, finding the root cause of a system problem has become really difficult, and that adds to the complexity. Number 3 is voluminous data. The deluge of microservices in multiple locations produced from multiple stacks of applications, combined with velocity of development code, produces an enormous amount of data, both in velocity and in variety. The last one is the lost knowledgeable resources. The combination of experienced IT resources retiring at a faster pace and the great resignation has made it very expensive to find the right IT personnel to run the systems efficiently. So those are today's challenges. Let's take a look at the trends that we see in the future. There are 3 key trends that we see. 1 is the move towards an anywhere model. IT staff today are expected to adopt a work from anywhere model. Companies have enterprise digital transformation as their top agenda. In fact, 61% of the companies have enterprise digital transformation as their top agenda. What this means is business and IT leaders need to gain visibility into the growing shift in the technology landscape to plan their goals and do the technology investments so that they could accelerate the digital transformation. According to one of the studies, there is going to be an increased reliance on digital transformation to transition to less labor-intensive growth models. The last key trend is the 33% year-on-year increase in deployment rates for emerging data-related technologies. Now, organizations expect the accelerated technology innovations to be an enduring characteristic of the post-pandemic business environment. And in fact, as much as 60% anticipate a permanent shift to digital channels as a whole. So those are the 2 key reasons, the challenges of today and the trends we see for tomorrow. With that, these make us a solid reason to elevate your service and operations management strategy. Now, how do we do that? One of the key ways to elevate your service and operations management strategy is to develop that operational mindset. And there are 4 ways to actually develop an operational mindset. 1 is making AI ops the core for IT operations. Number 2 is embracing the digital-first strategy. Number 3 is benchmarking service and operational performance. Number 4 is adopting an always-on approach. Now let's deep dive into each one of those. Let's start with making AI ops the core for IT operations. While developing an operational mindset, AI ops plays a very important role in in becoming the core for IT operations. Now, how do we define AI ops? AI ops combines big data and machine learning to automate IT operations processes, including event correlation, anomaly detection, and causality determination. But that's just not all. It's just more than IT operations. It encompasses DevOps, ITSM or IT service management, incident management, observability, support, security, and KPIs from business stakeholders. At the end of the day, AI Ops is all about providing that actionable insight into IT operations data. No matter where you are sourced, where you are based, whether it is hybrid, cloud-based, or private data center-based, this means AI Ops solutions must integrate with as many IT operations data collectors as possible, contextualize and correlate the raw data with associated events, and do a deep dive root cause analysis and thus produce that actionable insights that IT leaders are looking for. At some point in the future, we also expect that there will be an automating this infrastructure, network, applications to create the fully elastic, self-healing and self-driving applications. That's the future of AI ops as such. The second part of developing an operational mindset is embracing the digital first strategy, or in other words, redefining your infrastructure strategy as a whole. The best way to do it is the adoption of SaaS first or digital only strategy. This allows you to adopt a usage-based model. And when we speak about usage-based model, the alignment has to come from the top, meaning IT leaders need to align with CFO to move to a usage-based model or an expense-based model. And if you're starting from ground up, build this into your model. Build this if you're starting in the digital transformation journey. And if you're transitioning from legacy, this may be the best time to review all your contracts, purchases as they come out of depreciation and making the transition. In short, become best friends with the CFO. And the third aspect of it here is the new ways of employee onboarding, the future of work. Now, simplifying the obvious, employees today want what they want the day they join. So streamlining this onboarding using a single sign-on, creating role sets, deploying smart integration between your HCM, your ITSM, and ATS makes the employee onboarding process simple and delightful. So in short, if we have the opportunity to define the future of work, this may be the best time to do so. And it all starts in it could also start from employee onboarding as well. So embracing the digital first or adopting the digital first strategy goes a long way in developing that operational mindset. The third one that we're going to talk about when we speak about developing an operational mindset is really about measurement, benchmarking your service and operational performance. IT service management demands the measurement, evaluation, and improvement of IT service processes. By now I'm pretty sure most leaders know that measurement is not straightforward. In addition to knowledge of service processes, it requires knowledge of the concepts of measurement and how to practically apply such concepts. In short, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So measurement or benchmarking allows you to understand the health of an organization. The metrics and KPIs provide the quantifiable information about opportunities to improve and provide a measure of the progress towards achieving your business goals. And especially when you're friends with the CFO, it means that showing that value becomes very important. And the first step in showing the value is to measure where you are, benchmark where you are, so that there is a room for improvement and you can actually manage it better. The fourth step towards developing an operational mindset is adopting an always-on approach. Adopting an always-on approach would deliver that uninterrupted IT for a business to become unstoppable. In today's world, we see a consumerization of IT. Employees expect consumer-grade experiences with their business software. Chat, instant messaging, virtual agents are simply the name of the game here. We are also seeing technology moving from a purchase model to a usage-based model. Users today have an expectation of water running down the faucet when they turn it on. And these are the users who are digital natives in many ways. These are the employees who actually could get their food delivered in a matter of minutes. They could hail a cab in a matter of minutes. If they could do so, they expect similar consumer-grade applications at their workplace as well. So for that, the business leaders and practitioners have to adapt to this new paradigm and adopting a deployment strategy that addresses this expectation. Now let's take a simple step or a simple way to look at how can we get AI ops right. Now there are 5 key steps when we speak about getting AI ops right. First one, as with any IT project, failing to create and execute a plan will almost always result in a failure. Hence, creating a strategy and identifying a problem that can be solved with AI can go a very long way. The second key step in getting AI ops right is engaging the C-suite early and often. Without support and funding from C-suite sponsors, any IT project, regardless, including AI ops, will be an uphill battle. Getting that management buy-in, creating that compelling ROI, showing them the metrics that will work for the enterprise, and executing on the plan is the second best step. Third one is getting the quick win. Starting small, staying focused, and focusing especially on those things that clearly defining the business problem an organization wants to solve with AI ops. Once you choose that business problem and identifying the specific AI ops use cases to implementing and prioritizing them is the key. There could be 10 different ways of solving a problem. What's the best way? So after redefining the AI ops use cases to execute, prioritize them and choose the ones that have higher probability to succeed. The fourth key step is identifying the right AI ops solution itself. A proper solution should support all possible telemetry information an enterprise wants to collect. So that would be your logs, your metrics, your traces, and your events. It should be able to handle both structured and unstructured data. So that becomes your right AI ops solution. The last part of it is selecting the right set of supporting tools. This is just like a very well-written movie. In addition to the protagonist, you just want everyone playing in the movie to play their part. So in the AI ops world, in addition to the AI ops solution itself, the supporting cast needs to be solid as well. This means the instrumentation for collecting data, a proper observability solution to get the right data, integration to get the data to the AI ops platform in a timely manner, an automation tool to solve some of the pre and post incident to reduce the operational workload, and lastly, more importantly, a solid incident management solution to keep track of incidents. These things become really important as you consider choosing the right AI ops solutions. As important as choosing the right AI ops solution, it's equally important to choosing the right set of supporting tools. So those are the 5-step guide when we speak about getting AI ops right. Now let's take a look at how Freshservice and PagerDuty approach this problem. Enabling a right-sized AI ops would mean that partnering or collaborating with your right partners. Okay. The Freshservice Alert Management, AMS, as we would call it, Alert Management Module, integrates with PagerDuty seamlessly to help organizations manage alerts originating in the digital infrastructure. While Freshservice acts as a system of records for incidents forwarded by PagerDuty. Next, it provides a unified incident management platform where teams across the organizations are not divided by silos but could collaborate together to resolve incidents faster. It really helps discover connected issues beyond the obvious by grouping alerts across resources and integrations. This just makes it really easier for the operations management team to look at what is exactly causing the problem, reduce that noise, consolidating these alerts. So when you start doing that, when you reduce that noise, automatically the context becomes richer. And when context becomes richer, the best people are able to create or solve the problem, thus able to reduce your mean time to resolution. And lastly, notifications from monitoring tools are grouped together on the basis of a common resource and metric. Now, this not only suppresses noise from repetitive and duplicate alerts, but it also helps automatically escalate incidents until they are acknowledged by agents. And notifying them through communication channels of their choice that get their attention right away. If someone wants to be alerted via Slack at a certain time, we should be able to do that. And we should be able to automate these alerts to making sure that they get routed to the right people at the right time on their channel of choice, so that you get the right people to work on the problem. That's how Freshservice collaborates with PagerDuty to solve some of the really important problems that operations management teams faces today. Reducing noise, minimizing downtime, and keeping your businesses up and running. If you want to learn more about Freshservice, the right-sized solutions to streamline digital operations, there are 4 key characteristics of Freshservice, or what makes it a right-sized. 1, it is intuitive, delivering that end-to-end consumer-grade user experience. Number 2 is intelligent, providing that agility through AI to create that contextual and intelligent service delivery. Number 3 is extensible, enabling enterprise scale integrations with a marketplace approach built on an open and secure platform. And number 4 is a partner-like engagement model. Digital transformation journey is not a solo journey. It requires partnership, it requires collaboration with different partners. So to drive that, you need a relentless focus on a partnership-like engagement model, so that there's an emphasis on feature adoption, realizing the value that CFOs come to expect when they make their investments in technology. If you would like to know more about Freshservice, we encourage you to visit freshservice.com, and we have an excellent resource that we have put together. It is the Freshservice Service Management Benchmark Report. This is a complimentary copy, and this particular report analyzes over 62 million unique tickets across 4,200 organizations of different sizes across 86 countries. And with that, we came up with 7 KPIs that are really important for business leaders. It includes CSAT, average resolution time, and so on and so forth. And see how you stack up against FBR 2022, because that allows you to take advantage of some of these features, or to invest your valuable dollars in some of which would actually move some of these KPIs that are actually encouraging. So with that, I would encourage you again to go visit freshservice.com, FBR 2022, and get a complimentary copy for yourself. And with that, once again, I would like to thank PagerDuty for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all for your time. I am Nirmal Krishnamurthy, product marketer for Freshworks, and thank you all for your time.